Welcome to Everything House. This is Marco.
Don't worry, you're doing good.
Okay, great.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to stand next to
An
you?
audience is a bitch.
Huh?
An audience staring at you, bitch.
Yeah. This sucks. Well, it's just new. That's new. Anyway.
Dude, I'm just drinking. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm
So welcome back to the channel. This is Everything House. My name is Marco. We're going to talk about today how to stain. Okay. So staining, it's a pretty simple concept. Okay. Basically, what we're doing is you're taking your wood and you're putting in the stain into the fibers. So the wood is going to absorb into the wood. Okay. There's a couple key things that you have to do to make sure that the wood can accept the stain. It needs to be clean, sanded. You want to sand it at least to a 220. Okay. You're not really going to get much more penetration after that, so 220 is fine, or 200 grit, whichever you have in your area. So why is it important to sand? It's very, very important because wood is actually kind of like your hair. Okay. So if your hair is laying down, obviously water has more of a chance to beat off of it, right? Same concept with the wood. So all the fibers are actually laying down on each other. When you sand, you're removing that top layer, of wood fibers, and you're causing the wood fibers to stand up. Okay. So when you go ahead and sand, wipe it down with the wet rag, you'll cause all the wood fibers to stand up, and then they'll be ready to accept the stain. Okay. So sand your wood, very important, especially if you're going to do a stain. If you're going to paint, don't worry about it so much. You're just going to cover everything anyway, and you're going to create a protective barrier. So with that, there's a couple different methods you're going to want to look into if you're going to stain. One of them is you could do a staining sponge. Okay, I do like these. It's kind of counterintuitive as far as because you would think that by soaking this with a stain that you would leave little fibers behind. Okay, but you actually don't. As you wipe, it doesn't leave anything. It's great. Try it. Give it a shot. I recommend these. These are good. If you're going to be doing a lot of stain, okay, so you've got a big piece of furniture, something like that, this can get a little cumbersome because you constantly have to keep soaking. I would do the brush method. Just go ahead and dip, and then I'll show you all of these methods later. So yeah, okay, actually let's get into it right now. So this is the product I just had in my garage. I did all my furniture with this. This is a Varathane wood stain. Golden mahogany is the color I chose. Sadly, it's been a while since I opened this guy. If you don't have a paint can opener, screwdriver, your teeth, don't do that. Just go get one. They're useful. Careful, because it is stained, so it does stain. If you get in your clothes, your fingers, get it off as soon as you can. I have a pair of gloves somewhere, right over here. Excuse the shop, it's a little messy right now, actually. I've been busy working. All right, so let's get these on. All right, so first brush, okay? So what do you want to do? Get a one that's okay with either oil-based or stain, or just make sure that whatever products you're using are compatible with what you choose, okay? They have water-based, they have oil-based. You can't mix both, all right? So, very simple. This is a piece of scrap wood that I had when I built all the furniture. This is New Zealand pine, okay? Just feels fancy to say, but it's what they had at the big box store down the street. But this is New Zealand pine. So just go ahead and just absorb it, okay? All right. Now wait till it's done dripping, okay? Wipe it off. You don't want it to be obviously getting all over the place. But it's very, very simple. Just go ahead and just apply. You want to go with the grain, okay? Now, as you can see here, wherever the brush touches, it deposits a little extra, right? You don't want to leave that because what will happen is you'll have uneven staining, all right? So now, because I need to save this part of the wood to show you the sponge method, so let me get all the excess off, okay? And just go ahead and just soak up the excess. All right. And once it looks pretty uniform, you're good. All right. Congratulations, you got a stain. Now, don't be so concerned with bubbles or anything like that because you're still going to put a polyurethane over this most of the time. You want to protect that wood with a polyurethane cover. If you don't, stain provides no protection. It's just literally just color. So don't worry about so much about bubbles or anything like that. Okay, pretty basic. Yeah, okay, that is the brush method, all right? Now I'll show you the staining sponge, okay? Make sure it's clean, just not extra stuff on there. Okay, we're good. So same concept, just go ahead and let it absorb. I'm only doing a little piece of wood, so I'm not gonna let it absorb too much because this can hold a lot. All right, and just go ahead and just wipe it in. Okay. The reason I like the staining sponge a little bit better than the brush because I have a dry piece here to absorb that excess, right? So if you push down hard, you're applying, okay? If you go lightly, you're removing. See the difference? So it's all in one step and one tool. See, this is with the brush, this is with the brush, this is with the sponge. You can apply as much as you want by pushing down. You're adding, right? So if you want more, then you can let it soak for a little bit. And then when you get to the color you like or the amount of absorption it has, then you can wipe. And there you go. And that's what it's going to look like. Alrighty, so that's why these are very, very handy. Unfortunately, they are one-time use. You can't really, so they're not eco-friendly, right? But they're very handy to have. That's why I like whenever I do any kind of staining, I like to have a bunch of furniture I'm going to do all at once. So this way I can just get it all done, and that's good. Alrighty, yeah, so pretty much covers everything. And so if you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, or any recommendations for a video in the future, or you want to comment something we did here, please put it in the comments below. Make sure I look at them as soon as I can. Then, of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And look forward to seeing you guys soon.